Welcome back to the weekly news roundup. This is the SillyVille edition. These are recorded live Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to catch the show live, LOL together, folks. So let's go ahead and jump on in. First, of course, the silliness of the silly over there in Crazyfornia. Yeah, I'm calling it Crazyfornia now. Crazyfornians now must wear face masks in public under a new virus order issued by Newsom. So, the numbers have actually been going down. We haven't heard anything about it. Protesting in the street, no problem. Trump announces his campaign, and we have to start issuing these orders. So in Sacramento, Mr. Newsom on Thursday ordered all Californians to wear face coverings while in public or high-risk settings, including when shopping, taking public transit, or seeking medical care, after growing concerns that an increase in cases has been caused by residents failing to voluntarily take that precaution. No, maybe it was caused by the thousands of people packed in like sardines downtown because they've been bored out of their mind. His order came a week after Orange County rescinded a requirement for residents to wear masks, and other California counties across were debating whether to join local jurisdictions that had mandated them. So basically, hey, guys, locally, we're not interested. So King Newsom comes down. No, you will wear a mask. You will wear a mask. You will wear a mask. And so now pretty much are overriding all the local policies that said, nah, not really required. Simply put, we're seeing too many people with faces uncovered, putting the real risk of the progress we've made fighting disease. If it's all about the science, Newsom, did you actually read the reports that walking by, picking it up off a surface doesn't actually spread the disease? Only in close contact, indoors, face-to-face, for a long period of time. That's it. That's what the science right now says. Go take a look at the research databases. California's strategy to restart the economy, get people back to work, will only be successful if people act safely and follow health recommendations. That means wearing a face mask, covering, washing your hands, and practicing physical distancing. Oh boy, now they're moving it from social distancing to physical distancing. So those who violate the law could be charged with a misdemeanor and potentially face a financial penalty, according to the King's administration. However, officials have shied away from enforcing other statewide plague mandates with similar actions, choosing instead to encourage compliance and educate residents about the benefits of Safeguard. Yeah, maybe I should just start carrying a stack of the scientific literature and handing it to the police. Here, let me educate you, sir. I have degrees in this stuff. You don't. Sorry. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Yeah, crazy. eBay executives sent roaches in a bloody pig masks to harass journalists. What? Well, that evolved quickly. Oh, my lands. So, ex-executives arrested for allegedly harassing of a couple who runs e-commerce news website. So, six of them. What is this? A backdoor mobster deal? We're gonna make him an offer he can't refuse. We're gonna warn him with a pig head. All right. 6 former eBay employees were charged with leading a cyber-stalking campaign against a newsletter editor and publisher, which included sending the couple anonymous threatening messages, disturbing deliveries, including a box of live cockroaches, a funeral wreath, and a bloody pig mask, and conducting covert surveillance of the victims. The U.S. Department of Justice and U.S. Attorney's Office said in Massachusetts announced. James Burrow, 45, is eBay's former senior director of safety and security. Oh, God, eBay is messed up. Head of safety and security. Okay. David Harville, 48, is eBay's former director of global resiliency. Both were arrested and charged with conspiracy to commit cyber stalking and conspiracy to tamper with witnesses. Each charge carries sentences of up to 5 years in prison, 3 years of supervised release, and fines of $250,000 in restitution. The bloody pig mask was a Halloween mask shipped via Amazon.com, a court document said. Mask arrived at the victim's home the same day one of the victims received an email reported that a preserved fetal pig had been ordered online to be sent to the victim's house. The document said, A few days later, victims received a box of live cockroaches that was purchased from a roach breeder and seller. A roach breeder and seller. Alleged targets were a couple in Natick, Massachusetts, who published an online newsletter that covers e-commerce companies and which eBay executives viewed as critical of the company. Yeah. Hey, eBay, you want to send me some live cockroaches? I could use $250,000 myself. May I declare it? I guess eBay sucks. I don't know. Alleged target. Like, what goes through your head that you do this? Are you insane? Does this just demonstrate the high degree of sociopaths among executives and companies? So we have FBI Boston. Basically, 6 announced charges against 6 eBay employees for aggressive cyber stalking campaign targeting the editor and publisher of an online newsletter. There you go. Surviving the loss of a spouse. That wasn't in the article text. They received bloody pig masks and a book. Surviving the loss of a spouse. That kind of constitutes a death threat, I dare say. 3-part harassment campaign. The alleged crimes took place in August and September of 2019. 4 other former eBay employees weren't arrested but faced the same charges. They are Stephanie Pop, 32, eBay's former senior manager of global intelligence. A 26-year-old former manager of eBay's Global Intelligence Center. A 26-year-old contractor who worked as an intelligence analyst. And a 51-year-old former senior manager of special operations for the global security team. Very interesting. Yeah. So interesting to say the least. Yeah, I'll give you high marks for creativity, and that might be about it. All right, the FDA has approved a new video game to treat children with ADHD. I find this one a little bit interesting because all of these scientific studies, and I've read a lot of them. I actually wrote about this quite extensively in one of my books. So I read a lot of the psychology here. And a lot of the psychology suggests that video games more often than not would induce ADHD. If you look at the gaming video, it's like it's not a particularly different game than anything else. There's nothing in it that seems really any different. I mean, I wouldn't have a problem with my kid playing the game, but I'm going to have to guess that there's some weird backdoor deal going on here because I don't see anything in this that could potentially be anything different than playing Shrek on your original Xbox. And particularly since video games in general, it doesn't matter if they're the best ones in the world or the bloodiest, goriest, violent ones in the world. Video games in general increase markers of aggression in test subjects, which induces the fight or flight response. Maybe that could help a specific ADHD in a certain scenario to maintain focus on the fight or flight response. But outside of that, this is interesting. Definitely worth looking into. But definitely weird, though. Definitely weird. And of course, GitHub is now going to replace the terms beep list and beep list and beep beep for being racially insensitive. I don't even want to say the words on the show. I mean, these are high-level aggressive words. It actually turned out that shortly after Microsoft bought GitHub put a lot of pressure on Google to remove such horrible terms from Chrome's code. Very interesting. So, of course, days after it was reported, more tech companies and insiders were calling for racially insensitive terms like beep list and beep list and beep/beep to be replaced. GitHub has revealed it would be removing these words from its service. Wow. So, allow list, deny list, allow list, block list, safe list, deny list, safe list, block list. How about blacklist and whitelist? We kind of know what they mean. Allow list, deny list, maybe, but I don't know. When these are the battles we have to face, we have some problems in our world. So, of course, in UK, they pretty much banned the same words from the UK National Cybersecurity Center back in May. This is like... If a well-understood line of code triggers you, maybe you shouldn't be a programmer. That's my thought. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments down below. Oh, wait, you know what? Before we finish, there's 53 comments. I got to know. Protest votes, one of the reasons why people like Trump get elected. Nice. Okay, bring the President Trump into it, I guess. Pure woke nonsense, ban hysterical, and no can do while you're at it. Hall of Notes need censoring. Take off every playlist everywhere for no can do. Look up the etymology. Get we're coming from politically correct to appease everyone's stance, but that doesn't mean I agree at all. Yep, I always considered IT to be politics-free zone. Should I be apologizing for my old secondary ID hard drive setting its jumper to slave? No, that's pure nonsense. Yeah. I have a feeling this is going to cause problems with legacy support for decades to come. Probably. If it's no longer factually correct to say something is a slave drive, that's fine, but what is the point of calling it a slave drive? A drive that cannot function without its master. It, in its current configuration, is a slave. Anthropomorphizing a hard drive isn't helping address high poverty over incarceration for what it is, how it works, in its context of ID hardware. Master, slave is accurate. Yeah, very interesting. Congrats, GitHub, for planning to change something that wasn't racist in the first place. You can kind of see the general consensus is like, what are you guys doing? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'll leave it at that. We'll see you guys in the next video.